Are you a diabetic that's looking to lose weight but want to do it safely? I bet you are. Looks like 67% of us want to lose some weight. Hi, I'm Donna Denson, the dynamic diabetic, and today I want to talk to you about some foods that can help you with losing weight. They're keto foods. I'm not saying that you have to go on the keto diet, okay? I'm just talking about keto foods. Let me explain a little bit. The diet absolutely helps to increase your metabolism rate and to control your hunger. So you do lose weight if you do it right. But scientists are kind of split on whether it's good for you, is it healthy for you? They seem to always be all across the board, right? Hard to get a clear answer. But even though they disagree on whether the diet is totally healthy, they don't disagree on what it does for you. The diet is based on the ratio of fat, healthy fat, and protein to carbs. Okay, and if you follow it correctly, like I said, you will go into ketosis and start burning fat to fuel your body. That's wonderful, right? Get rid of all that fat. But if you're not comfortable with going on the keto diet, which a lot of people are not because they just don't have the confidence in that, what you can do to stay healthy, to get healthy and lose some weight, is to eat some keto foods in your diet, to include them as you're trying to lose weight. And for diabetics, they're absolutely good foods for you because they don't have many carbs and they're not going to raise your blood sugar. All of us need some foods that are go-to foods, things we know we can have without even thinking about it. I can eat this, okay? I want to give you 20 such foods that you can use anytime and know that you're going to be okay. The first is avocados. Avocados are beautiful food, okay? They're healthy fat. They're extremely healthy for us. They have hardly any carbs. Eat them. Enjoy them. A quarter to a half of an avocado a day is a good thing. And you can eat those not like guacamole, okay? You're not looking to add chips to that. Although you can eat guacamole with like celery sticks, carrot sticks, that kind of thing, and it's good. That's the way I do it. But to eat avocados with your eggs or in a salad, that sort of thing, it's easy to do, and it is a food that you can have that will help fill you up without hurting your blood sugar. The second one I want to talk about is walnuts. Walnuts are perfect nuts for diabetics, okay? They're shaped like a brain. They're good for your brain too. Isn't that interesting? But walnuts, definitely, if you want to be able to eat without concern about carbs, then you want to eat walnuts. And that's kind of true of all nuts. Just be really careful because some nuts have a lot more calories than others. Almonds. Almonds are the next nut that eat a handful of almonds. That's about 22 almonds, guys. And that's an excellent snack to have on the run, you know. And you can even buy those in the little single packages where you just get a serving. And that's great. Cauliflower. Cauliflower has become the little darling of the food industry lately. You know, there's cauliflower everything. I happen to love cauliflower crust pizza because I'm trying to hold down my carbs, right? But cauliflower, all sorts of ways. Roasted cauliflower is amazing in your air fryer, in your oven. All kinds of recipes out there, guys, and I'll talk about that in a minute. The fifth thing is eggs. Good old hard-boiled eggs that you can, boil some of those up and have them all week or eat them any way you want. But eggs are good protein to fill you up and not carbs. Not carbs. Mushrooms. Mushrooms are another good food if you want something to add to your salad, or you can roast mushrooms in the oven with a little bit of balsamic vinegar and oil, and they are so good. They are so good. Coconut oil. Coconut oil is what you can use cooking and some cooking, okay? It's going to burn a little bit if you use it on really high heat. But coconut oil can be added to your coffee, salad dressings, I mean, you can use coconut oil in all kinds of places, and it is low carb, so it's good for you. Cheddar cheese. Cheddar cheese is another really good thing that you can have. It's recommended on keto that you would eat harder cheeses than soft cheeses, but all cheese is high protein and generally low carb, and you're safe. Bacon. Now, this one's a little controversial because a lot of people think, well, bacon is, there's all that fat, right? All that preservatives that have been added to it. Well, you look for uncured bacon, and it's out there. I think it's Hormel that does a really nice one. There's no additives, no preservatives, guys, and it's delicious. It's bacon. And I don't have any hesitation about eating that and worrying about so much fat. Okay, it's got fat, but that's okay if you're eating a keto kind of diet. Again, low carbs, and bacon does all kinds of wonderful things to foods. Almond butter is next, and that would be any nut butter, really. Peanut butter is okay. Almond butter just is a little less calories, okay, a little purer. And just, you can even have a teaspoon of that for a snack. It will fill you up because it's so high in protein. But again, you don't have to worry about all the carbs that raise the sugars that raise your blood sugar up. Wild salmon. Fish is good for us, period, guys, with all the omega-3 fatty acids, everything that's in them. But for knowing that you're not going to have to worry about the carb content, salmon is your baby. Spinach and leafy greens. We know that. We should always eat spinach and leafy greens. But for someone who's trying to lose weight, which is where we started here, these are foods that you can eat and know that you can lose weight safely because they're not going to raise your blood sugar. So spinach and leafy greens are awesome to have. Next is macadamia nuts. Macadamia nuts are higher in calories, so be a little bit careful about eating those, but they are delicious. They have a little bit of a tropical taste to them. Really, really nice to have just a few of those for a snack or thrown in a salad if you want the crunch, whatever. Grass-fed beef. Beef gets a bad rap these days, but grass-fed beef has higher nutritional value for you, so that would be your first choice. And excellent that have a steak, have a burger, right? And know that you're okay. You're not raising your blood sugar. Leave the bun off. Olive oil. This is the oil that you should be using along with the coconut oil. I actually use the coconut oil more in baking and olive oil more in sauteing. And the olive oil is healthy for you. And again, low carb. Tomatoes. Generally, as diabetics, we have to be really careful about fruit. In keto, you definitely have to be careful about fruit because of the sugar that's in the fruit. But tomatoes are the exception to the rule because tomatoes have other properties that are really good for us. So tomatoes are a good choice, low carb. The next one is ghee. And you may not be familiar with this. Ghee, and that's Ghee. Ghee is a form of clarified butter. Okay, it's been clarified and strained so it's pure. It's used a lot in Indian dishes, but for us, it's really good choice to use if for extra fat if you're doing keto, or if you want to know that the butter you're using is not going to raise your blood sugar. Brussels sprouts, of course. Like cabbage and so many other things, they're healthy for us. But Brussels sprouts in particular, excellent choice when you want to lose weight, but don't eat too many. They can mess with your system. Asparagus, exactly the same. Asparagus are very good for us. They have no carbs to hurt us, but you don't want to eat too many. Anytime you're eating too much of any one food, you can mess up your digestive system. But greens, some of the vegetables, they do it worse. And last, this isn't a food, it's coffee. Okay, coffee. If you want to have your caffeine, it's good if you leave out the sugar and you leave out the creamer. Okay. Um, I had no problem leaving it out sugar altogether, but I really miss my creamer. And so I use a sugar free creamer a little bit in mine, but for true keto, you would want to do it black. I want to tell you that my experience, I was on the keto diet, okay? My experience was great. You just need to know it might not be the right one for you, or you might not feel comfortable, and that's okay. But I found on keto that I had no cravings, and it was easier for me to stay on it than other plans that I had been on. So I've kind of made it my lifestyle. Once I lost the weight that I was looking to lose, I kept eating keto foods because I want to maintain that weight loss, and so far I have without any problem. But if I want a sweet or I want a carb, I look for a keto recipe. And that's the other thing I wanted to talk to you about, is that a keto recipe, because it has to be low carb, means it's also no sugar or substitute sugar, a natural substitute sugar generally, like stevia or monk fruit. And it's safe for a diabetic to eat because of that. Okay. Now, calories in some of these foods, yes, you overall you want to watch what you're eating, but I just wanted you to know that for a diabetic who's looking to lose weight, these foods and a keto recipe are the way to go, because they will work to help you. And I wanted to share that with you today because it has been my own personal experience, and I truly believe in it. I hope you will share this video with other diabetics that you know that worry about, what do I eat? Because that's the biggest question I get. What do I eat? People are concerned that they try to want to be healthy, but it always comes down to the food. So I hope this helped today. I always say that knowledge is power, and I hope I got you some power today. I also want to remind you that I also do something called the Diabetic Minute weekdays, and that is just something to little information for you about different subjects to get healthy. Okay, that is on podcast, available anywhere that you get your podcast, iTunes, Spotify, Google. Um, and also on this YouTube channel, you can find my Diabetic Minute as well. I hope you will share that. I have a diabetic Facebook group that I use and would love to support you there. The information's in the comments. Please join. And I hope I found you safe today. I hope I found you well. And I always hope I find you happy, happy, happy. This is Donna Denson, the Dynamic Diabetic. Thank you for tuning in, and may God bless and keep you until we connect again. Bye-bye for now.